Things aren't always as they appear. I looked perfectly healthy when I went for my annual physical. I'd been a little tired, but I was working on several projects, and I just figured it was because of that. The doctor had a different explanation. He told me that my ticker was on its way out, just like that. I figured I'd have to undergo heart surgery, but the cardiologist nixed that idea. I needed nothing short of a new heart, and those are plenty hard to come by. That's when I read about the Chinese research. They were using patients' DNA to grow hearts, perfectly matched hearts, in pigs. The process wasn't cheap, but it looked like my only chance. Time was running out. I placed my order and sent a DNA sample in January. The pig with my heart was to arrive in the U.S. around the time of the Beijing Olympics. My race for a new heart wouldn't be in the games, but it was still the most important one of my life. I personally went to the airport to take delivery when my pig arrived. Unfortunately, I was told that all the pigs had been picked up and taken to a pig farm near Oakland. What was left of my heart sank. At the pig farm, I discovered that a Hawaiian man had taken my pig for a party in the Oakland Hills. The host was a prominent San Francisco attorney. Frantically, I began calling friends and friends of friends. I managed to wrangle an invitation to the party. I was sure it was too late, but I was determined to get a tissue sample from the pig, find out who had mislabeled it at the airport, and ultimately, who was trying to kill me.
Viniste a mí como poesía en la canción, mostrándome un nuevo mundo de pasión.
Of course, the pig was dead, and with it, my chances for a new heart. My wife and I arrived at the party early. I hadn't let Susan in on why we were there, but even before the party started, I noticed some odd interactions. As far as I know, Susan didn't know anyone at the party, and yet as soon as I went inside the house, she started talking to a woman in a white sweater.
Perdóname si el miedo robó la ilusión. No viniste a mí, no supe amar y solo queda esta canción.
I had to get information without alerting the Hawaiian or anyone else. I decided to start a rumor that the pig had been a child's 4-H project and had gotten routed to the wrong place. Only the potential killer would know that was a lie.
Well, it turns out this pig was actually someone's 4-H project. That was
actually
was accidentally delivered here. I know you think you got that from a pig farm.
last night.
What?
Scared the hell out of my son last night.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, we went to go pick him up, and he was alive last night when we got him.
Yeah.
And so they cut his throat, and my son just ran away, my 5-year-old. And my 4-year-old daughter stood there and was coaching it on. Let's do it again. So,
Hello.
She stopped eating.
Serious pig.
Serious pig.
Still hungry?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Now, are you guys vegetarians also, or not?
they do that with the lips of...
No. Shoot. Hi, I'm Bill.
Hi,
Don't mean to be rude.
That's fine. You're just recording it all.
Exactly.
Hello.
Exactly.
Hi, Richard. Jane.
That is beautiful.
Well, it's not very beautiful looking, but it's quite tasty.
Oh, looks awfully good to me.
Oh, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Jim?
Richard, I'm Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim. I'm Bill. I'm Bill. Hi, Ruth. Good to meet you.
Wow, that thing looks like it's been cooking for quite a long time.
It's actually a child's 4-H project that was delivered here by mistake. And
I started casually interviewing people at the party, directing blame for the 4-H misdemeanor on the vegetarians.
amongst the group, yes. And we believe he's responsible for doing this as a protest sort of thing.
I see.
So,
Okay.
I heard, but actually, we just got a phone call, sir, and what they said was that this was actually a kid's prize-winning pig for a for a 4-H club, and it was.
Listen to this. This is really bad news.
This was a prize-winning pig that was delivered to the wrong address. This was UPS that just called.
It's the 4-H club.
It's the 4-H club.
Those little girls were waiting for that pig.
Actually, the pig was on its way to the San Francisco Zoo.
Oh, Jesus.
And
I think there's a mystery behind this.
I think there
I think we
is.
need to.
It was the petting zoo, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
For little blind, homeless orphans.
Yes.
Oh,
And so-
it couldn't get any worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
What do you know about this pig? Come clean.
Oh, well,
Cinema very good.
she was at all the libraries.
All right.
Did you know the difference between a pig and a musician?
No. What's the difference between a pig and a musician? I feel like Ed McMahon.
Made you dance.
Pig won't stay up all night to fuck a musician.
Showed us around, showed us where you got the dancers and
That's an industry joke.
That's not very funny if you're a pig. I'm sorry.
Sorry, but I don't eat pigs, so I can say whatever I want.
took it.
They have to respect me.
Now you've got to go to Monet.
Is he the only vegetarian that's been invited to the party?
Yes.
I'm just curious about
That's where we
Yeah, he is. That's where that demented
I'm not really a...
No, because doesn't that cast a bit of suspicion?
Oh, it's one of the
I'm not really a vegetarian.
A what? Oh, pescatarian.
For 10 years I was strict vegetarian, and after 10 years on the road with rock bands, starving to death, I'm eating fish.
It's a little girl's pig that was going to go to 4-H club.
It's not funny, Stuart. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
that pig could be contaminated.
That is not a joke.
Contaminated pig.
No, I know.
How did you?
I'm saying that with rage.
Who brought?
Did you realize that was a mad pig?
Who brought the pig to the party?
There was a
A shovel den.
And what's more, we're having tomatoes, so we really aren't.
Did you hear about
Jalapenos?
when the pig was killed?
No, I didn't hear about
Yes,
it.
they had to use a shovel on the pig to kill it.
Are my fingerprints on that stuff?
Possibly.
So it was a mad.
Do you have? Excuse me. Do you have a glove?
No, I'm not into kinky sex.
I'm just curious. Do you have a black glove? We saw one near the pig.
No.
You were saying?
I was saying that despite the carrots in my teeth, I am not the closet vegetarian in this space.
I've seen you eat nothing but vegetables, and there are a lot of meat snacks out in the other.
Are there? Well, I
Yes.
should go over there and get some. In fact, let's do that now.
Sounds like bravado to me.
A man I hadn't seen earlier at the party seemed to be enjoying the pig roast from a distance.
Si el miedo robó la ilusión, no viniste a mí.
Anyway, at any rate, we do have film of the acquisition of the pig, and we're ready to eat.
Zooming in?
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. All
The
right.
deed is being done right now.
All right. Let me zoom.
Murdering the pig.
The idea, well, they tossed around some ideas.
All right.
Susan's talking about unfortunately, the story behind
Wait, listen. Zoom on Susan. Because she's trying to explain. She's trying to acquit the pig.
this. Got lost. The pig got lost. Right first. Got lost along the way. Yeah, they're asking about the pig.
Susan, please.
There are 5 major
Susan,
I'm sorry.
would you please explain? Thank you.
You're a negative.
Talking about the pig. It's so sad. Yeah. Oh, Bill. Yeah. Did you put it on? She's always wanted a pet pig.
How do you feel about the fact that they delivered the wrong pig to this party?
It's a little sad, but I'm hungry.
Are you? Yeah. You're lying. Liar. We've only identified one true vegetarian. Actually, he's not a true vegetarian. He's a pescatarian. A pescatarian. Yes.
Pescatarian. I could be a pescatarian. I could.
Well, are you though?
Well, I try to be. I eat a lot of fish. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Mostly fish and chicken.
Yeah. And
You're going to say fish and chips. Fish and chicken.
Your father's Alzheimer's, you refuse to let him vote.
No, I refused.
well, he should.
I refused to. I didn't refuse to let him vote. I took him and let him vote because he wanted to vote for George Bush, and I'm absolutely, totally against him, right?
And you took his hand and you went,
I took him there, and he voted for George Bush. I took him and drove him to.
well, you know, that's a goodness. That is good. Even, you know, you did something
I respect
it was
my
against
father.
your inclination.
I hate him.
And then it was going to go to the petting zoo, I think it was. For
Was it a winner in the county fair up in Sonoma?
So I'm sure that was all part of it as well.
Hey!
But the question is, how did it end up here?
That is the question, and I think you're inside that there's one person who's non-carnivorous, who's a vegetarian here. You know,
Yeah.
circumstantial, but still.
I did a solo on Kilimanjaro. I went up the Amazon. 6 out of the 9 months I was in East Africa, I bush camped. I hitchhiked from Amsterdam to Tehran with a 19-year-old woman who's Dutch, and I was telling one of the ladies who's here Dutch, and we were talking about that. Lady over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked in Amsterdam, I worked in Spain, I smuggled, like Great Britain, I smuggled clothes from Sri Lanka to India. Well, I was in India for 9 months when the Japanese women climbed Everest.
Yeah.
I was invited to base camp in 1975.
Most of the time.
One little life experience. What
Most of the time, my head is on straight. Most of the time, I'm strong enough not to hate. I don't build up illusion till it makes me sick. I ain't afraid of confusion. No matter how thick, I can smile in the face. Don't even remember what his lips felt like on mine most of the time.
After a couple of hours and a lot of wine, the guests began to talk freely about the pig. I learned that the Hawaiian fellow was well known to everyone and was probably not implicated in the plot. The English women were certainly not vegetarians, but the one woman's husband was a cardiologist who I learned was involved in a drug company-sponsored heart research project.
Hi, Bill.
Hi. How are you? Good to meet you. Good to meet you. How are you?
Is that?
What were the shovel marks on the shoulder? Well, the shoulder marks.
Well, that was actually,
I think it was a mad.
that's when they were buried,
No, it was a mad pig.
like Mad Cow.
You know why we know that? How do we know that? Because there was a shovel in the pen and the pig was big. But I think could it be a personal vendetta between Dan the attorney and Tommy?
Were you awfully close to his buttock?
He tried to kill him.
Just
On a
asking.
case that he lost. Didn't Tongan try to kill you? Tongan tried to kill you.
Hide from the feeling.
Did he?
I'm serious. What fucking happened? Did you
I've often sex with a pig, but not of the bovine variety.
I don't even care. We ever see him again. Most of the time.
Brazil doesn't compare to the French colony.
I didn't say live there. I just want to do lots of travels before I make a decision.
Because everything washes down.
In the 80s. When it first came out, and a friend of mine owned a bar in Hayward called Buffalo Bills.
She's stopping.
No, she's cramping up.
Didn't she? Cramping up.
That's not her.
No, that's not the leader.
Got a number of athletes in this race.
We all look the same.
Sandra. Cheers.
The great story here about
Cheers. 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 Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Marilyn. Oh, here. Let's give Marilyn some of my wine. She's so afraid she's gonna like break down.
No way.
Come on, you look. Nobody's there. Nobody's there.
1.2 miles.
Well, how old is that woman from Romania? She's not old one, is she?
No.
She's like 20 or something?
Yeah. No, she did. Yeah. White. Look at that. Wow. Go, baby, go.
I've been there with her the whole time.
Weightless in her empty house, nothing's like she said it would be. The snow will fall, she will fall through the streets.
That was amazing.
Still running.
Wow. So what happened with the name? What that woman? Romania won. I was putting stuff away in the kitchen. Romania won.
She's gonna need
How cool.
It's not my
Okay then.
Okay, I'll do it like this now.
remember now the words she said. It doesn't seem to put anything in its right place.
I ran over all the suspects in my mind. My wife, Susan, had been talking to the woman in the white sweater. I never met that woman before the party, but Susan obviously had. I had a large life insurance policy, but I'd never mentioned the heart problem to my wife. She might have found out about it anyway. The vegetarian, or should I say the pescatarian, had barely disguised his disdain for the carnivores in the crowd. While that may have given him a reason to make the meat lovers feel bad, it seemed like a pretty weak motive to switch out the pigs. No one seemed to know the man on the hillside, and shortly after the pig was served, he disappeared. The sinewy man from Sri Lanka was a self-described world traveler. Maybe our paths had crossed somewhere overseas. I just couldn't recall.
closet vegetarian.
The cardiologist was a superficially friendly and open man, and yet he seemed to have an edge.
Yes.
I didn't know what to make of it.